Hello, welcome to HTML5 tutorials, chapter 3, HTML5 attributes, brought to you by Ankpro Technologies. My name is Harish. In this session, we are going to learn about the attributes of HTML5. So, HTML5 attributes. HTML elements may contain attributes that are used to set various properties of an element. So here you can observe we have a simple example. We have a div element. Div element is having a class attribute and the value name is sample. So let me go and show you a demo of this. It's very simple. And here is my body tag. And let me take a div element. To the div element, let me add a class called sample. And let me add a text in that telling like hello world. Let me push it to the center. Okay, now what I'll do is, now let me add a style tag. Within the style, let me define that class sample. So here I'm going to tell like the color of the text is red. So when I click here, when I double click on this page, so it is navigating us to the Chrome browser. There we get the text hello as red. Okay, you can observe here, very simple. But what HTML5 offers us, it's not that compulsory we have to pass this codes to the attribute value, and this still works very cool. Okay, and it can contain the combination of uppercase as well as the lowercase. So to define here also the same, you control this. Let me go back and let me refresh, and this still works fine. This is the new things and the flexibility HTML5 is going to give us. So apart from this, okay, it's also having a new and very interesting feature. So you can define your own custom attribute. So it's a new feature being introduced in HTML5. Okay, it's the addition of custom attribute, the custom data attributes. So the data dash attributes used to store the custom private data private to the page or application. Okay, the data attribute give us the ability to embed custom data attributes on the HTML elements. So the data dash attributes consist of two parts. One is the attribute name. After this data hyphen, okay, we're going to give the name of a attribute. The attribute name should contain any uppercase letters. Okay, should not contain any uppercase letters and must be at least one character long after the prefix data. And the attribute value must be a string. Value can be a string. So what I'll do right now, let me show you how to define a custom attribute, and with the help of JavaScript, let me show you a complete demo of this custom attribute and how it's going to help us. So here is my web page. So let me remove this. As of now, it's not that interesting. So let me do Ctrl S. So what I'll do is, let me take an unordered list. In the unordered list, we have a list element. In the list, we have something called howl. Let me take, okay, and salmon, and let me take something like okay. These are the things, howl, salmon and tranatula. These are the list items we're taking here right now. So what I'll do is, so let me push this page to the browser first. Let me see how it renders there, and this is the things we are going to tell now. And suppose our objective is to learn the custom attribute. So when I click on this, okay, it has to show what type of animal it is. So what I'll do is, to this list item, I'm going to attach an on-click attribute. On-click attribute, it has to show a message. It has to call a function telling like get details. Okay, and let me pass your respectively to that. Okay, let me add it to all the things. On click, it's going to get this. Okay, and let me add a ID to each of them. ID is owl. So let me copy this and I'm pasting it here. and let me copy this, let me paste it here. Okay, and now what I'm trying to do is, okay, on click of this it has to tell like what type of animal it is. So we don't have a attribute, okay, which we can give, which we can pass a value to that attribute telling the type of the item. So we can define our own custom attribute which tells you the animal type. So how do I do that? It starts with the data hyphen, and now I can define my own attribute. So I'll tell it as animal type. Okay, and the animal type owl is bird, it comes to bird family. Let me specify that. So similarly I have to do it for the rest of them. So here the animal type is bird, and here it is, let me give it as fish, and this is spider. Okay, and this is what the attribute, custom attribute what we are defining, and it has to start with this data hyphen, and this is your wish, like whatever the name you can give to the attribute. So my objective is I need to get the type of this item present here. In the sense, this owl is a bird type and Salman is a fish, and this is a spider type. So I'm using animal type as my attribute. The compulsory thing, you have to pass this, and apart from this, this is your wish, like you can give your own attribute name. So what I need right now, everything is ready. Right now what I need to do is, when someone clicks on this particular item, it has to display this owl is of this type. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to write a function of this name. So let me call a script tag. Okay, and here let me call a function. So the function is, so here I'm going to create a object. So let me call it as animal. So here I'm going to tell like, let me create a variable where animal type is equal to animal dot get the attribute of it, animal dot get the attribute. So here I'm going to say, tell like I need to get which attribute. I'm going to get the attribute of this. Okay, get the attribute of this data animal type. Okay, it's going to return the value in it. So finally it's going to store in this, so animal type, if I click on this, okay, it's going to return the value as bird, and it will be stored in the animal type. So once I'm getting the animal type, my objective is to print. So let me call alert. In the alert I'm going to tell like, okay, the animal get a inner HTML of it. In the sense, it's going to return this. Okay, inner HTML is a so I'm going to get the animal type. Let me end up with semicolon here. So right now what we are trying to do is, we have defined our own custom attribute, that is data animal type. It's having the type of the item. So owl is a bird, Salman is a fish, and tarantula is a spider. Okay, and what I'm trying to do is, on click I'm attaching an on click attribute. To that I'm passing a JavaScript function. So this JavaScript function, what it is trying to do is, it's going to return you the text of the particular list, as well as the data dash attribute value. So when I click on the particular type, it's going to return the owl is a bird. So when I do Control S, let me go back and let me refresh. When I click on this, you can observe we're getting the owl is a bird. So what I need to do is, oh, this looks fine. Let me go back, let me refresh. Now when I click here, the owl is a bird. Similarly, the salmon is the fish, and tarantula is a spider. So what I do right now is, I just define my own custom attribute, and this wonderful feature is given by HTML5. Okay, we can define our own custom attribute. Okay, this is the advantage of using the HTML5 feature and that is custom attribute. So finally, thank you for listening. Have a great day. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel Ankpro Training. You can also like our Facebook page visiting this URL. You can also follow us on Twitter. For further reference of our website, we're on LinkedIn too. Last but not the least, please don't forget to give the feedback. Thank you. Have a great day.